Now, do you ever complain about what your other half keeps in the shed?
Of course not.
Mine doesn't know where the shed is. Or about all the junk in the garage. I didn't actually say that.
Yeah, I do complain about that, actually.
Do you really?
Yes.
Is it a mess?
Yes, totally.
Well, do something about it.
I have no idea what it is.
Disgraceful. Well, imagine if your other half had 30 military vehicles stored in a barn.
Well, Andrew Baker collects them and is the only person in the world to have a full set of one type of vehicle that were made in Coventry. Kate Fisher reports.
Were it not for the green of the Warwickshire countryside, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this Scorpion was in action in Afghanistan. In fact, it's being put through its paces as part of a Trucks, Tanks and Firepower open day organised by its owner and driver, Andrew Baker. Andrew used to mend forklift trucks and cars, but his hobby, restoring armoured vehicles, has become a full-time job which takes him all over the world.
The first vehicle we shipped abroad went to Tasmania to a private collector guy who came over here and saw one, bought it, and we did it all up for him, and we put it into a container. I mean, they were designed to fit in a shipping container, so we fitted this one Sabre reconnaissance vehicle into a shipping container, and it just went off on its merry way to Tasmania.
They may end up all over the world, but they began life much closer to home.
Most of the vehicles we've got, probably 95% of them, are Alvis vehicles built in Coventry. They're all part of the Combat Vehicle Reconnaissance Tract, and we've got one of each one of the 10 in the family that was ever built. They were fantastic British-made vehicles, and it's a shame really because there's not really a lot of British stuff built like that anymore. And when you look at them, they had the Jaguar engines in them, and everything was sort of locally sourced when they built them.
With around 30 vehicles stored at his home, Andrew says there are no plans to buy any more, but his teenage boys are already getting to grips with the family business.
Luckily now my two lads that are only 15 and 16, they've got one each, and they're now doing another one up, so they're sort of working with them as well, so it's becoming easier to maintain them.
The next show for these spectacular machines will be a more regal affair.
It's the Royal Tournament at Earls Court.
That's quite a biggie.
Yeah, got to start practising for that one soon.
But when practice means big machines and pyrotechnics, it's not really much of a chore. Kate Fisher, ITV News.
Wow, you wouldn't have to worry about your three-point turns with that, would you?
Or the traffic on the M6.
You just go.
I want one of those. Fantastic.
If you're not getting one, that.